welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this might be the greatest club in the NBA.
Ooh, Ed, I'm ready. I'm really relaxed, but I get worried. The letters MIA is actually a distress signal. I've seen it personally. A lot of players go missing in action in South Beach.
Well, come on inside the AAA American Airlines Arena and the start of this one here tonight. Minnesota begins the game with the basketball. To Kyle Anderson. Jimmy Butler swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play on the first possession of the game. It's Minnesota basketball. Conley to Davis. Driving right to the basket. Ed Davis to Conley. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jay, 44 wins for the Heat last year. For the most part, that core is in place once again.
And when I think about the core, Ed, I think about upper management. I think about Pat Riley. I think about Eric Spoelstra. I think about Mickey Arison, the consummate professionals associated with this basketball team. The year before, they did not make the playoffs. So a substantial improvement for a young basketball team.
To Davis. He'd come up with it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Over to the right side. Sets him up. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ed Davis to Rivers. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Austin Rivers at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Miami's got it. Lowry has a chance. Almost, but no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Here comes the screen. Anderson. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. That's no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Good shot.
Lowry has the basketball.
My ball.
And that's rebounded by Minnesota. Rivers into the front court. Down 2. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Ryan Anderson has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Rivers with the basketball. They trail by 2. Towns, defended by Ryan Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Conley. Down low, Anderson. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Heat with the possession. Waiters to Lowry. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Here comes the screen. Towns to Rivers to Davis. Down low. And counted at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Conley against Anderson. Lowry with it. Down just a couple. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Ryan Anderson blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Ed Davis to Conley. Trying to cash in. Mike Conley missed his first. That one goes.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Towns to Kyle Anderson. Has a chance. Rebound comes to Miami. To Lowry. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Conley. Towns. From the outside, no good. Goes to the left side. Butler to Waiters. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Rivers, and a chance coming up at the line.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Austin Rivers, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. He'd have the basketball. To Lowry. Takes stock of the floor. Lowry to Love. And that's rebounded by the Timberwolves. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His team up by 1. To Conley. To Rivers. Conley. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Bam Adebayo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Towns to Rivers. Curling inside. Mike Conley. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
To Love. Knocks it down off the step back.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Jimmy knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Time to shuffle things up. Austin Rivers. Short jumper off the mark. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Rivers, tough matchup against Butler. Has a look. Rivers shot there, won't go. Adebayo matched up with the former Wildcat. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Conley to Rivers. To Gobert. He was hacked. They let it go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Down to 5 on the 24. Just not going down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Rivers sizing up Butler. Conley to Rivers. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. From long range. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second.
For the Heat, number 16, James Johnson.
Off the mark. 2 for 3 on this trip. To Richardson. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Austin Rivers to Conley. Able to convert inside.
The assist from number 50, Mike Conley.
Love. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot by Love, off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Miami with the basketball. To Richardson. Probing the defense. Richardson. Trying to make his move. To Richardson. For 3. Not going down here. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Richardson. Can't connect. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Rivers. Nice pass to set things up.
The NBA Season 1-1-2023 Game 2-6 games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023.
17-footer at the buzzer with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the period. The Timberwolves have the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
Both teams are trying to feel each other
The
out, but I
NBA
like the
Season
aggression that both teams
112023
established
Game
in the first
26
quarter. This
matchup
the
is now
first
live
quarter
streaming
lead.
on
The
GOAT's
way you play in the
International
opening
Sports
minutes
Showdown
really sets the tone for the rest of the
2023.
game.
Waiters to Love. 5 to shoot for Miami. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Gobert comes up empty. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Waiters. Karl Anthony Towns. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Here comes the screen. Love. From the painted area, won't go
Game
down.
26 Minnesota Timberwolves 195 Miami Heat 1510.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Love. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy
The
and
NBA
get some
Season
teammates involved with your passing.
112023 Game
comes the
26
screen.
matchups will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023.
Short jumper won't go down. To Love. And the Timberwolves have the rebound. Rivers into the front court. Up by 6. Here's Towns for 2. Karl Anthony Towns. 4 out of 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Waiters. To Love. 5 to shoot for Miami. Love. Waiters. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for the Heat.
Kyle Anderson, defended by Ryan Anderson. Gets it in the left corner. To Kyle Anderson. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time. To Waiters. Deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. And he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
to Kyle Anderson. Pass stolen by Miami. And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
James Johnson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. First one, count it.
Number 32, entering the game for the Miami.
2 for 2 on that trip.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Minnesota at the controls. To Towns. Udonis Haslem. Huge block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Udonis Haslem. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Towns. To Davis. Udonis Haslem.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The Heat secure the rebound. Lowry into the front court. Down by 1. Here comes the screen. Lowry guarded by Towns. Goes to the left side. To Richardson. Josh Richardson. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Towns. Nothing going here on that drive. Towns. 5 to shoot for Minnesota.
Watch that back door.
Fires the 3. Not getting the bounce.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Richardson. The jumper's off the mark. To Towns.
Screen come.
Karl Anthony Towns. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Richardson. Not today. Nothing going here on that drive. Anderson to Towns. He'd get control. Richardson to Lowry. Curling inside. Ed Davis with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nothing going here on that drive. He connects with the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Screen right.
Kyle Anderson sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Watch cutter.
Richardson. Towns. Down low, Anderson. Brian Anderson rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rises for the slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, Jimmy Butler.
Ed Davis takes aim at Anderson. Swings it to Davis. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Richardson. Here comes the screen. Richardson. To Butler. Richardson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Conley to Towns. Brian Anderson.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. New blood coming in for both sides. Anderson. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Lowry to Waiters. Going to launch beyond the arc. Dion Waiters locked in, and that's always dangerous.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Trying to cash in, old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Gobert. Here comes the screen. Gobert. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Miami's got it. To Lowry. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Gobert. To Davis. Gets to the basket and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Butler. Kyle Anderson pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Kyle Anderson snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Conley down low for Davis. Kevin Love swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Conley into the front court. Lead is 2. "15-footer at the buzzer. It's good at the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. That's it for the first half. It's the Timberwolves in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Timberwolves are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Heat are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And when the losing team is shooting this well from the field, you know you're in for a special night. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
Karl Anthony Towns has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
So Lowry. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Towns. Here comes the screen. Towns. To Kyle Anderson. Add 2 points to the board.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Not that time. Conley into the front court. Up 6 to Kyle Anderson. Screen coming. Kyle Anderson sizing up Butler. Towns to Conley. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Down low Towns. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Waiters. Beyond the arc for 3. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Ed Davis to Towns, down low. That's out. Last touch by Karl Anthony Towns. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Waiters. To Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Kyle Lowry has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Up by 3. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Mike Conley trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. It's the Heat with the possession. Lowry. To Waiters. He's looking for that touch. To Conley. Ed Davis. Mike Conley, 4 out of 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Butler. Down low Anderson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Towns to Davis. Kyle Anderson against Anderson. It's no good. Great defense. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The deficit is 6. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Ed Davis. Five to shoot for Minnesota to Kyle Anderson. Lets it fly from long range. Can't blame the defense. Anderson finds a way to hit the three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Ed Davis to Kyle Anderson. They go down to Davis. Oh, he had it.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Count the bucket for two.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easily.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 6. And number
Anderson to Davis. Missed a wide open look. He'd have the basketball. Lowry. Can't go down. Smothering defense. To Rivers. Conley. They'll get it down to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Pass stolen by Miami. To Butler. Waiters. Ryan Anderson, guarded by the former Dookie. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Rivers with the basketball. Leads 4. Dion Waiters, able to recover with the block. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Butler. Minnesota with the basketball. To Davis. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lowry with it. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Udonis Haslem with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening. Changes coming from both sides right now.
substitutions.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. To Conley. That's out. Last touch by Mike Conley. Miami with the basketball. Lowry. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ryan Anderson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Pass stolen by Miami. Lowry. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. comes the screen. Deep right corner. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Richardson. Here comes the screen. Goes to the left side. Lowry. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Conley. Kyle Lowry.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. They love this hustle. And count the basket inside.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
I'm here. I got ball.
Richardson. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here comes the screen. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. And scores at the rim, Jay. Good luck recovering from that.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Shot from the lane won't go. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Josh Richardson tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Richardson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
James Johnson trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects at the line. Conley into the front court. Tie game, third quarter.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Able to convert inside.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
It's the Heat with the possession. Love. Sizing up the defense. Has a look. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
First free throw is good.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Miami's got it. Surveys the floor. Rudy Gobert with a piece. Mike Conley. With that, he's 5 for 9. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Timberwolves have the lead. The Wolves with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
To Rivers. Curling inside. To Gobert. Pass stolen by Miami.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To Gobert. Kevin Love sends it away. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Conley. To Rivers. To Conley. Fires the three. It's no good. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Waiters.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To Love. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Entering the game for Minnesota, number 17, Ed Davis.
Kyle Anderson matched up with Jimmy Butler. Austin Rivers to Davis. Udonis Haslem rejects it. 4th this contest.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Love. Butler. Timberwolves have the basketball. No good. The Heat have the rebound. Butler into the front court. Down 6. And strokes it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Davis. Down low. Scores from the post.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here comes the screen. Love. Oh, emphatic slam.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 0, Kevin Love.
To Rivers. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock from long range. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Conley. Anderson, down low for Davis. Nice pass to get things going.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Waiters to Love. Haslam matched up with Rivers. Tight space with the crossover. Butler for 2. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Conley into the front court. Up 6 to Kyle Anderson. The Wolves down to 4 on the shot clock. For 3. Offensive board. Oh, and a putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Waiters.
Miami, number 21, Kyle Lowry.
Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
It's Minnesota basketball. Here comes the screen. To shoot for Minnesota. Has a chance, not going down for him this time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Rebound comes to Lowry. Love to Lowry. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Rivers into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Waiters to Lowry. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Davis. Shot clock winding down. Ed Davis. 4-3. Oh, that's how it's done.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Lowry defended by Rivers. To Waiters. Has a look. Dion Waiters looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Anderson to Davis. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Goes to the left side. Butler matched up with Rivers. To Lowry. Here comes the screen. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Kyle Anderson. A fundamental shot right there.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's the Heat with the possession. Take stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Rivers with the basketball. Up by 3. Nice pass to set things up. Ed Davis, good touch.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
To Lowry. Minnesota at the controls. To Davis. Deep left corner. Ed Davis. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Butler. To Richardson. 5 to shoot for Miami. Richardson to Butler. Fires the 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Brian Anderson sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ed Davis pins it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Richardson. To Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Kyle Anderson snatching it out of the air. Lowry. 24-second violation. Ed Davis to Rivers. Anderson rocking the rim. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Lowry to Waiters. Swats it. Mike Conley able to recover with the block. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Kyle Anderson. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Raymond Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Heat must be devastated after such a close loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Game 2-6 Washington Wizards 4-1 Sacramento Kings 159.